Alright, so here we are, 9:30 at night, June 26th, getting ready to move the fourth catch of the season. Second time in this location. I believe they moved in on June 21st, and we're gonna take them down. I have had a peek in there, and it was 5 frames of bees. I believe this is gonna be a lot of bees, so I'm gonna take them to the bee yard, go through our standard way of doing it, setting it on top of the new permanent home. Entrances facing the same way. Entrance on the permanent home still closed though. Open this up, let them forage for a couple days, transfer them, and then yank this. And then they'll be forced to find that other entrance, but it'll be right in the same location as their other home, so they'll figure it out. But anyways, pretty exciting. Fourth catch of the year. We'll take it. Kind of a hard year, and we'll continue, so we'll catch up in a little bit. All right, so here we are at the bee yard. Successful move. We were able to get them all in there. There was about 10 at the entrance like you saw in the previous video, and just lightly smoking over them, letting it blow over them, kind of gets them moving. You don't want to just go blasting it in the hole. You could actually have them all pour out. This is what I believe to be a big one from what I could tell at the entrance today, and also when I took a peek in. So don't just go blasting it in there. You could actually push them out and defeat your purpose. But I really like when I get them all, and unless there's some staying the night out foraging, but they weren't able to forage today in the rain and wind, I got them all, and that's always good. Orphan bees can really shut down a trap. So anyways, I don't know why, I always like to just take a peek and see what's going on. Not that you can tell a ton, but I am going to feed them. Got a little water in there, that's fine. I'll take care of that. There's a lot of bees in here, so far so good. They seem to be pretty calm. Whoa! Not so calm at the entrance. Not so calm at the entrance. That hasn't happened in a long time. But, you know, when you're moving them, they know where the entrance is. They know where the exit is, and they're all piled up at that door trying to get out and get you. You can't move these things without jostling them, so good thing that doesn't come open while driving. Hopefully they just stay close to the box. They really don't like flying at night too much, so hopefully they just stay close to this box, and the smell keeps them locked in. I'm glad that floodlight went out. All I got is this little light here now. So that was pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and give them some feed. I always like to dribble a little bit in there. And I'll show you what I do here. So I'm gonna put a couple small rocks on here. I do have it strapped to the permanent home that they're going to go into, so I'm going to put a couple straps, or a strap on there, a couple rocks, and then I just put a nuke upside down on it, and there you go. Everything's shielded as far as their feed. They're only going to get one jar. This is a big one. They've got the field force to go out and forage and protect this and all that, so they don't really like this light that I'm holding, but there you go. Next step, move them into 8, get this trap back up in the tree, try for a third one at the same location. We'll catch you during the daytime. Good afternoon. Wednesday, June 28th.
We're here to install this one. Most recent catch, I believe it was on the 21st. In the trap for 7 days, been up here for a day and a half. But if you remember from the last video, I wanted to put an upper entrance on this one right here with the queen excluder and the honey super. So anyways, if you're liking this content, if you appreciate these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It's proven to be a lot to set up and do all these, so I'd like a little feedback. Know that it's worth my time and people are getting something out of it. Even if it's just a few of you, I'd appreciate it. So thumbs up, like, subscribe, if you could, please. So again, we're gonna put an upper entrance on this one. I have run out of equipment. I'm running out of bait frames. I only have 2 left after I rebait this one and get it up in the tree probably today. I ran out of deeps. I'm running out of supers. And that's all good. I wish I had more equipment, but if I'm running out, that means that I'm being blessed, and I appreciate that. So let's take a peek in here. As I said before, I had suspicions that they might not even come up in here with that queen excluder. Not much at all. I'm gonna go look at my medium frames I have in storage from my 9-frame spacing that I pulled them out. And I'm gonna see if I have a better candidate that might draw them up in this box. So this is what I mean by drawing out a little bit better. This is just wax foundation. And then this is one that was in a colony and got worked and drawn out. And then you can see right in this area right here, there's a little bit of honey. That's what I want up in the top. All right, so we got a good frame up there now. As I said, not a surprise. Bees have a tremendous ability to ignore the obvious when adding space and doing things, especially with a queen excluder. These are my upper entrances. Easiest way to make them, take an old box and rip them on a table saw on all 4 sides, avoiding nails. That's what I did with this one. It was actually a 4-inch feeder shim that I used to use for swarm traps, just to give it more of a void, which I do recommend if you're not using starter strips. This had moisture under the lid, so I'm glad I'm putting this up here. It's gonna provide more ventilation. I'm not sold that they use it and bring in nectar from that upper entrance, which is the thought, and which would be ideal, right? Avoiding the brood nest and bringing it right in. I'm not seeing evidence that that happens, but until I'm for sure, we're gonna keep running them. Anyways, off to the most recent catch. Always exciting. I have reason to believe that this is a large one. Not much done on the syrup. And they're probably gonna lose it. I'm gonna try and keep that entrance towards the front. Just in case we got some bees coming back. So I move them at night to eliminate orphans, leaving orphans behind. Foragers don't always come home at night. Move it during the day, foragers are out. I don't like that. You hang a trap back up there, you got orphan bees hanging out at the trap, and it completely shuts it down, in my opinion. So I move them at night, I put them on top, and entrance facing the same way, give them their orientation flights. They've been here a day and a half, so foragers have been out multiple times. Yesterday was marginal on maybe a foraging day, but today definitely is a good one. And then I do it during the day because there's less bees at home. This hive body's already level because I run the starter strips. They have to be level or I will have a mess. Learned in the past that trying to get this in after the install isn't as fun. I don't want to crush any bees. They're gonna get the smallest entrance. They're big, but they're still a swarm. And they're still vulnerable. Closest thing they may have to population increase is eggs that are a couple days old. Probably 5 at the most, because she doesn't lay right away. This one's going to be really fortunate because they're going to get some donated frames. I can't believe I'm running out of bait comb frames. We're gonna have to start shuffling traps around and running some without. There's orange pollen going in there, real bright orange pollen. No no pollen patty, no feeding for this one. Largest one of the season by far. Look at the size of this thing. That is weird. The first 3 of the season were really small. Normally those would be your large ones. And now this is a large one. So if you got traps up, I would say there's good signs that the season is late because of no rain. Keep them up, keep them where they're at. If you've done your research on your locations where you've put them, keep them there. Or if you caught there in the past, you're not seeing scouting activity, let's just wait. Smoker is lit just in case. I've been practicing not smoking right away. These frames, as you saw, got really shifted. This was a starter strip frame. Look how much they drew out. And there's see those dark spots? A lot of fresh pollen in there. This is why you gotta run the right amount of frames in your swarm traps. I didn't even leave this up all that long, so there you go, starter strip frame, 3/4 drawn out. Our suspicion that this was a huge one is confirmed. This is a very large swarm. That's 3 frames freshly drawn. And that feed that was on top, that's all they got. That's all they drank. So all that built comb, because they also didn't have a ton of foraging days, is from what they brought on board. I would suspect there's little C's down in those cells. Little larvae in the shape of a C. I'd have to look and see how old that is. She's in here, the queen. She's laying, she's doing her job. I'm not gonna let curiosity take over, try and find her. And this one is heavy. Slightly too proud. In this area right here. I'm not seeing any eggs on this frame, it's all on that other one. So we're gonna fix this. Drip it inside the colony. They will fix it quickly. I'm just gonna rub this on the bottom of one of these frames for them to get to it. Smoke's starting to get them a little riled up. Go ahead and let you see what's inside there. We've got a mess of comb. I just want to give them something on that side. Be careful of that. They love to get between your rails and get squished. So you take it, slide it over, just so there's not enough room for them to get in there. Wait a second, make sure it's all clear, slide it over. Like I said, this colony is really fortunate. They're getting a lot of help. This one's got a little honey in it. Put that towards an outside. It's where they want it anyways. Lining up our frames. Equal space on each side, all the frame is touching. This is a huge one. So I like to take another box and put it on with no frames in it. Get these out of here. You can see there's still quite a few in there, especially on the wall. A little better. Lean it right by the entrance. This is a very large one. They start fanning at the top. saying, hey, here's the entrance. Well, that's it. Pretty calm. Got good evidence. So I'll leave that there. Let them find it, march in. Probably 10 minutes, it'll be pretty well done. Then I can bang the rest off at the porch. But yeah, that is a huge swarm. And as I said before, it's the 4th catch of the season. 2nd in the same location, which normally your 2nd in that location would definitely be smaller if you're catching from the same colony or colonies that are building at the same rate, because you're catching cast off from your primaries. But this looks like a primary. So as I've said before, if your traps are up in Michigan and you're struggling, just stay the course. This is a weird year. I feel fortunate to have caught 4, even though 3 of them are babies. So anyways, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, because hopefully we got more content coming. The honey's coming off of these in a couple days, and we're gonna start extracting honey, our spring flow. So thanks again, really appreciate it.